Greetings. I am making this video to speak to the Eastern leadership, the Southeastern leadership. Governors Obiano, Ikpeazu, Ugwuanyi, Umahi, Okorocha, and Senators Ekweremadu, Nnaji, Chukwuka, Anyanwụ, Odidika, Nneji, Egwu, Obinna, Oji, Odua, Ekwunife, Oba, Ohuabunwa, Oji, and Abaribe. Ladies and gentlemen, you have failed very flatly. You are either very weak men and women whom Muhammadu Buhari have absolutely no respect for and uses as his doormats and errand boys and girls, or you are conniving, wicked, inhuman curse upon the Southeastern indigenes. You know, when we say that Igbos are marginalized, other tribes and government officials ask, how is that possible when Igbos occupy key political and organizational positions in Nigeria? All right. Now tell us, how can Igbos be in key positions and yet get bypassed in important decisions like deploying a killer military gang to torture and kill Igbos? How come they were not briefed on that? Which other tribe and state leadership will sanction the federal rogue and unlawful government to come into their states and torture and kill their children? I'll tell you, none other state would allow that to happen. Or could it be that you were briefed, you were told by Buhari's government that they would deploy a rogue military to the streets of your state for Operation Python Dance, and you supported it? Could it be that you knew and you supported it? This is an atrocity. It is a great evil. Even an ordinary person would know that it is not wise to let the army into a region where citizens are upset and agitating peacefully but assertively for change. Unless, of course, it's a real army who are well trained and understand their job of calming the situation and protecting human lives and property. Governors and senators, did you willfully agree or even invite Buhari's army to come into our land to torture and kill our people? If that's what happened, then none of you are fit for the position that you occupy. How do you stand by and watch while your people are suffering and crying for help for over 2 years now? And instead of empathizing with their pain, you rather get angry, try to suppress and hurt them. How do you sleep? Through the wailing of your people. How do you live with yourselves while the people you are supposed to serve languish under the enslavement of a vindictive government? Who did this to you? Who took away your human basic sense? Who stripped you of pride, of duty, well performed? A person that wants to be a leader of people must understand that leadership means servanthood. Servanthood. You are the leader. You as the leader are a porter, a butler for the people. You are at the beck and call of the people's needs and wants. That's what democracy is all about. Democracy means government of the people, by the people, for the people, characterized by equality, fairness, freedom of speech, freedom of agitations and protests. Those are some of the things that make America a free world and a beautiful country. And other first world countries, a place that many people from around the world, from the third world countries, like to go, including you. So you see, IPOB is actually the one that is on the right in this particular situation. IPOB is the people in this supposed democratic society you call Nigeria. So they have the power and the right to agitate and protest for what they want. You are very wrong for working against the interests of the people and trying to suppress them. What you have to do is listen to them and actively work on resolving their problem. Stop suppressing the people. That is criminal. It is against the description of your job. In a democracy, if that's what Nigeria is, it is against the law for you as a leader to suppress the people. This agitation has been going on for what? More than 2 years now. But you have failed to do your job while reaping salaries and allowances and allocations in billions of naira. That's another topic. My purpose for making this video is to inform you of what you must do now to bring peace and calm in our land. The people asked for referendum. So you must now listen and go through the steps to make it happen. The question of will referendum favor devolution of Nigeria is what will be decided by votes. But for now, in order to calm the people and serve their needs as you were appointed and elected to do, those of you in the National Assembly, you senators, must sit down and draft a bill for referendum, including a clause for restructure in the case that consensus for devolution fails. I bet you that all the southern, western, eastern senators will vote yes for that bill. Sit down now and draft the bill. If you want our help in drafting it, please say so. Do something to redeem your positions. It's not a joke or a fool's tactic when I say that there is no hope or a way forward for Nigeria unless there is devolution or restructure. You all need to understand this. You all have been at this way of leadership and governing for going on 100 years. Nothing has changed. Nigeria keeps going backward. People are tired of sitting in a boat that goes nowhere. People are now saying, oh, we can do this and do that and, get the leaders to do this and that, to get better, but don't divide. Haven't you been doing that for almost 100 years and nothing has changed? Don't you think it's time to do something different? The future of the masses portends destruction worse than it already is if critical change is not embarked on and fast. Those of you thinking that the agitation is child's play, wake up. Wake up. You call them jobless? Yes, you're right. They are jobless because for close to 100 years, once again, you leaders have kept failing to create jobs and build infrastructure that would keep them out of the streets. And that is the reason they are agitating for a new country where the leaders will do their jobs and keep them gainfully employed. IPOB is a righteous movement. If some of you remember one of my articles, why all Nigeria youths should support Biafra, because it's going to favor every region. Now there's Oduduwa. If Arewa group would also focus on positive things to sustain their region, every region will become autonomous and work hard in positive competition among themselves to make their region very competitive in the world economy, develop their natural resources and their gifts. That's another topic. Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem. Regardless of his method, as long as he hasn't killed anyone, He's not the problem. He is the product of years of severe government oppression and marginalization of our people. You selected and elected leaders are the problem because you are not listening to the needs of the people who you are elected to serve. It is time to change. For the sake of your children, and your children are the members of your state and constituents, including your biological children. It is time to change and become like other nations that you like to visit. It is possible. It is possible and can be done peacefully without war. Because adults can sit and make agreements without fighting and without resentment for a brighter future for all.